friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are going to look at the next middle game theme, that is the double check. See, we have discussed the concept of discovered attack and discovered check. So double check is another form of double attack. Okay, but here what will happen? There will be two checks at a time. So two checks will be given by two different pieces. Again we see three pieces in the same line. So what will happen? The piece which is in the middle, that will move and give check, and also the one which is at the base, that will also give check. So we have a position here which has come from an attacking position from a game. White had sacrificed the queen on g8, then king took on g8, and this is how created this white created this idea. Okay, now let's look at the position quickly. What is happening? The black queen is attacking the rook. So if we just move the bishop to h5 and give check, then queen takes the rook and that will be check. Okay, as I told you, white had seen this, so white goes for bishop e6 check. Now see, there are two checks. So one of the strongest thing in chess is double check. So what has happened? You cannot stop two checks at a time by interposing or by capturing, because capturing both is not possible and blocking both path is not possible. So what can happen? If capturing happens, it has to be with the king. So suppose bishop was on g6 and bishop came to f7, king could have taken f7. So the king move is forced in a double check. So now king has two choices. It can go to f8. After king f8, rook g8. Note white had two attacks on g8. So see, rook g8 is checkmate because of this bishop. King is unable to escape. And the other variation, after b6 check, king h8, then rook g8 again checkmates. So I hope you understood. The queen was not able to take the rook because bishop was also giving check. That is it about the double check. Let's look at some more positions. Let's look at the next position here. We can see that white is very well developed. See, queen, rook, bishop and knight. Four pieces are already developed, and black has only moved his queen. Queen threatens to deliver knight from the a1 square. What we see here, the black king is in the middle of the board, and this d file is totally in white's control. So what white does here, he uses the concept of decoy. So queen goes to d8 check. Okay, this was the idea that white was thinking, so that if king comes to d8, then the bishop, rook and the king, all the three will come in the same line. So after q d8 check, king has to take d8, and now see comes the double check. So bishop is giving check and the rook is also giving check. White had to act smart because queen on black queen was threatening mate from the a1 square. So now wherever the king moves, if king goes to c8, then rook d8 mates, and if king goes to e8, then also rook d8 mate. Do note that black cannot play b6 because it's checked by the rook, and black cannot block the check with the knight because bishop is also giving check. Let's look at the next position here. Again it's a very similar position to the previous one. The white queen, bishop and the rook are again in the same line, and again see they are lying on the same square d8. But here is one difference. There is no pawn on e7. So what will happen if he does like the previous example, queen d8 check, king d8, bishop a5 check, then after king e8, r8 is not met because king has place on the e7 square and white will lose the queen unnecessarily. So what white had to calculate here carefully is that the bishop a5 is not the only check. So white played still queen d8 check, king has to take on d8, and now there is an interesting idea. Bishop comes to g5. See, even if the bishop is hanging or even if the rook was hanging, still black cannot take anything because both are giving check. So now there is interesting variation. King can go to c7. After k e8, rook d8 is checkmate. And after k c7, interestingly we have bishop d8 mate. This is somewhat unusual thing which has happened. The lone bishop has mated because the diagonal is now blocked by the bishop and king doesn't have any other place because of his own pieces and the white rook. Okay, let's look at the next position here. This one is black to play. At first what it looks, white is looking quite active, right? Because queen is developed, rook is developed, bishop is developed. But if we count the development, we will soon realize that the black rook is on the semi-open file, bishop is developed, knight is developed, and the queen on d8, although undeveloped, is attacking the black noted here, same like what we are seeing, the rook, bishop and the king, they are in the same line. One way of improving our calculation is seeing through the pieces which are coming in the path. So that gives us some idea, okay? And we should assume as if it is not there and still try to make the tactic. So here, after queen takes the rook, what black sees that after e into d4, the rook, bishop and king, all the three come in the same line, and that can be exploited. So queen takes d4, forced to take ed4, otherwise he will be rook down. And then comes, see, bishop b4 double check. Now what happens? Rook is giving check, bishop is giving check. So only move is to move the king. King had only place on d1, and now rook goes to e1 and checkmate. Okay, let's look at one more. The last position here. Last move, white had played bishop into f5, anticipating black to take rook into f5 or queen into f5. Okay, let's look at the black pieces quickly. See, all the black pieces are eyeing near the king. See, queen is attacking g2 and h2. Rook can go to g3 and f2. This bishop is attacking the whole diagonal from d6 to h2, and this bishop is the most useful. It is attacking from b7 to g2 and h1. See what I told you in the previous position. I am not seeing this rook right now. Okay, I am seeing through the rook here. Okay, so now what black will do here is he starts thinking, if I can get this bishop, rook and the king in the same line, then maybe it's possible to use double check. Okay, suppose black plays rook g3 instantly, then after fg3, note that this queen g2 is not met because of the white queen controlling the g2 square. So black starts the other way. So queen g2 check. Now see, it is compulsory to take the queen because king had no other place. And now see, rook takes g3. The bishop on d6 is supporting the rook, and the b7 bishop is giving check along with the rook. So rook cannot be taken and bishop cannot block. No one can block the bishop's check. So see, it has become a checkmate. So this was all about double check. The topic is easy. I hope you are enjoying the channel. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.